Equality is not about giving more to some people. Equality is about making sure everyone has the same opportunities. But today, I want us to be honest. Do we really have equal opportunities? My name is Rinintha Toisuta, a student of Social Welfare Science at FISIP UKIM. I stand here today not only as a student, but as a part of a group that still faces many barriers. Not because of inability, but because the environment has not fully given space for us. This is why SDGs 10, Reduce Inequality, is very close to my life. Because inequality is not about economy, it is also about access, opportunity, and how we are treated in society. Today, persons with disabilities still face real challenges. According to the World Health Organization, about 16% of the world population, more than 1 billion people, live with disability. However, many of us still have limited access to the jobs, education, and public facilities. In Indonesia, data from Badan Pusat Statistik shows that participation in education and employment for persons with disabilities are still lower compared to the general population. This means the gap is real. And if this continues, the impact will not be simple. We will not only lose individual potential, we will also lose valuable contribution to our nation. Imagine how many ideas, innovation, and talents are never seen just because someone is not given a chance. Even worse, inequality will continue to create stigma that persons with disabilities are not capable. But that is not true. The problem is not the person. The problem is the system that is not yet inclusive. This is why this issue is also connected to SDGs 4 and SDGs 11. Because good education must be accessible to all of us. And a good city must be usable for all of us. But there is something even more important, how we see disabilities. For a long time, persons with disabilities are often seen with pity. But what we need is not a pity, we need opportunity. We are not different in value, we are only different in how we do things. We are human, just like you. We are capable, we are able, we have the same potential to grow and contribute. And it is the time for us to stop seeing differences as limitation and start seeing them as a part of diversity. As a social welfare student, I choose to be a part of this change. I want to be a bridge between police and reality, between awareness and action. I am active in activity that promote inclusivity, inviting people to understand that disability is not a weakness, but a part of humanity that must be respected. Because big change always starts from the way we think. In the future, I have 3 main actions. First, strengthening education about inclusivity, so people understand that equality is a right, not a choice. Second, advocating for inclusive campuses and public spaces, so no one from us is left behind because of limited access. Third, building collaboration spaces, so we are not only object but also subject in development. I believe equality is not about making everyone the same, but making sure everyone has fair opportunities. And when opportunities are truly open, we are not only reducing inequality, we are building more human future. And I believe equality is not about seeing no differences, but about making sure those differences never become barriers. Thank you.